Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match reaction outside the London Stadium. We've just beaten Bolton comfortably, 3-0. Decent performance, boys. Really?
Yeah, not bad. Job done, innit? Another clean sheet, 3 on the spin. Can't moan about that too much.
Yeah, it was a good performance. You know, we was never in any threat. I mean, they had a little 5-minute spell at the end, but it's good to see an out of it. Get 90 minutes. Sacco on the score sheet. You know, it was a few players, the youngsters got run outs today, but yeah, it was comfortable. It could have been 5 or 6 today if we'd have took them early chances.
Did we press them hard enough to get that 5 or 6? Because a good performance was important today.
Yeah, I mean, games like today can build players' confidence. And yeah, you're right. I mean, we should have took a few early chances, but there's people, even when we're 2-0 up and we're missing chances, people getting frustrated. Like, we was always in control of that game. Bolton never offered any threat today at all. And in fact, I said to Nicky, you can see why they're bottom of the Championship, because usually Championship teams are half decent or pretty decent. They come here and give us a good game, but they was never in the game.
Yeah, they were absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And, you know, you can see why Cullen and Burke are playing every week for them, because you know, they must add something to that side because they were terrible. And for me, I don't think we did press them enough. You know, they were there as soon as we score. What, 4 minutes gone, we score. We've got to be pushing a lot higher up the pitch. We dominated the game, but it should be more comfortable.
Do you think that players like that, I mean, back in the old days, players like that, it didn't look like anybody wanted to be here. Fans didn't want to be here. The ground was half empty. Players didn't look like they got out of second gear. They didn't need to, but they didn't get out of second gear. But back in the old days, mate, what I remember about games like this is when the youngsters were getting the chances. I think the youngsters were the most impressive today. I think Arnautovic was very good. I think Masuaku was very good. But apart from that, I thought the youngsters performed very well. Should they be putting more effort in to try and play their way into the team for Saturday? It's a big game Saturday.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I was going to say, like, players like Sacco, definitely. You know, he should be pushing to start because, like I said on post-match pint the other day, I'd like to see maybe him and Hernandez starting together. And Masuaku definitely pushing Creswell. I'll say it's good that we've actually got 2 decent left-backs now and 2 decent right-backs, because I thought Byram had a decent game tonight as well. Nothing fantastic, but he done his job.
Yeah, no, you totally agree. The youngsters that come in, they did all right. I thought Rice played really well at the back. I thought he had a solid game, didn't look out of place. Marking a bit of a unit, their striker. I don't know what his name was, but you know, gave him a good battle. I thought Bonner played all right. And to be fair, it's going to be one of them two, isn't it? Stepping into that centre back position now. Collins is out, so they didn't do their.
I would say it would be Ogbonna. I thought Ogbonna had a good game tonight. Some good goals. Ogbonna got on a score sheet pretty early. Then Arnautovic showed for a good 20 minutes. Set up Sacco, who stuck in the second, and then a little bit frustrating after that.
2 assists for Arnautovic, wasn't he? He set up the first 2 goals, and to be fair, he could have had 2 goals himself. I mean, the one when he went through 1-on-1, why didn't he take another touch and smash it? Why try to lob him from there? But you can see he's got class about him, his touch and that. He's just a little bit more match fitness, and I think he's going to be a regular starter for West Ham.
It's going to be really interesting once Lanzini's back and everyone's fit. It's a good headache to have, but it's finding the right system to play the right players, if you know what I mean.
Lanzini is out. It's been confirmed by Gary Lewin that he's going to be out for at least another 2-3 weeks, is it? Let me get his name right. Haksabanovic. Yeah. Done very well tonight. He looks in that mould.
Yeah, he does. He's very quick, very nippy. You know, he works hard as well. You see, like a lot of the players that come in, more attacking-minded players, don't get back and defend. Byram was past him, we lost the ball, dropped straight in that position. And he showed willing, good running, skillful, got in good positions. I don't know whether you see it a couple of times, the ball could have been pulled back to him. I think with Sacco's goal, it fell to Sacco instead of him. So,
surprise inclusion on the bench maybe for Saturday?
What, the young... yeah, no, I mean, I like players like him. They play with confidence when they come on. They're not afraid to try things. I mean, he had a couple of good runs tonight. Maybe he will be on the bench, you know, because with Lanzini being out, we need someone like him who's going to get it down. But, listen, playing Bolton at home in the Cup is a bit different to playing Spurs in the Premier League, so you can't really judge him too much, but give the boy a chance. If he's good enough to play tonight, he's good enough to play against Spurs.
Arnautovic obviously giving the manager a headache. Hernandez has been playing out left. Can you see that happening on Saturday? Because to be honest with you, he just offers nothing out there.
No, he's wasted out there, isn't he? If we don't go two up front, you might as well stick him on the bench and bring him on if you need him. If he's going to start Carroll, Hernandez might start. Very much doubt it, but
I think tonight confirmed that Carroll's starting on. So not even being in the squad, they've obviously told him rest up. I think you're right what you said the other day. Maybe we need to bully him a bit, but I'd just like to see us go a little bit different because I think we can go toe to toe with Tottenham, and play football. But obviously, Bilic likes Carroll up top. But I still think we'll see Chicharito start out on the left. I think he'll start out on the left on Saturday against Spurs.
Really? Is that a risk?
Not really, because they've still got to be wary about him. At the end of the day, the way they try and the three of them, the attacking three, so to speak, with Antonio, the way they're rotating that to come central, they've still got to worry about him. So it ain't that much of a risk, but it is and it isn't, if you know what I mean.
It's a good headache to have, isn't it? That we're sitting here thinking, we've got to leave Arnautovic out, or we could start Arnautovic and we've got Hernandez on the bench. I mean, you go back the last few seasons, we ain't had nothing on the bench that can come on and change games. So it's a good headache to have, and it's a good headache for Bilic to have.
And the thing is, as well, with the 2 clean sheets in the Premier League, with the 5 at the back, as much as we all probably want to see more of a free with the wing backs more of an attacking role, we've kept 2 clean sheets like that, so you've got to stick with it. But
3 clean sheets in a row now. It's only building confidence for the team. So even Kiate today, he was doing what he used to do, get the ball and run. I thought Mark Noble played well, spreading the ball. Whether he's going to start on Saturday, I don't know, because Obiang didn't play tonight. That's what I mean, it's selection headaches, and that's what we've been crying out for seasons, and now we're sitting here thinking, who's going to play? So it's a good headache to have. Antonio
as well to come back, he'll pose all sorts of threats on Saturday. But no, it is a good headache to have. The injuries are starting to dwindle down a little bit. Obviously, Ginge is out, but I'll be honest with you, as much as I love Ginge, we've got players that can replace him. It's the Lanzini one, get him back, and I think we'll be in a very good position.
Yeah, no, definitely. You look at, we've lost Collins, you've got Bonnet to step in, Zabaleta can play in a back three, Rice, we've got options. We've got options that we ain't had for years. How many times over the past 3 or 4 seasons we ended up with a centre midfielder playing, or Joey O'Brien playing centre back? Do you know what I mean? Because we haven't had the cover. No, but do you know what I mean? We've gone from having no one to having an abundance of players that can play in that position.
Adrian tonight, clean sheet, and we get someone like Joe Hart who's going to step back into now. It's like we are strengthening the squad. It's just we can keep these injuries down. We'll be fine. We'll be fine this season. I've got no doubt about it. And it's a we're through to the next round of the cup. Last 16 now, isn't it?
Yeah, last 16. Liverpool went out tonight. Tottenham scraped through at Wembley against a Barnsley team.
Atmosphere was flat here tonight, wasn't it? You could tell as soon as you walked in, it was like, people didn't really want to be here. It's one of them cup games, but if we can get a good draw in the next one, me personally, I want another lower league team. I want to play lower league teams. I just want to, get to the quarters, semi-final, and then, you never know. We could have a day out at Wembley, but.
Exactly. At the end of the day, that's what you want, isn't it? We go the easy route.
We're doing Arsenal. Yeah. We're doing Arsenal. We'll go the route round for all the lower league teams. Yeah.
Past few seasons, haven't we? We've come across a couple of big sides in competitions and got.
Last season was a joke.
Yeah. What was it? Chelsea, then
Man City.
Yeah, and then who was the FA Cup?
Man United.
Man City FA Cup. Man United.
Yeah. Chelsea knocked out.
So three of the so-called, or 3 of the big boys. And this time we've played 2 of the lower league sides, so fingers crossed we get another one.
Yeah, who you fancy? Who do you think?
Honestly, I'd take anyone. As long as we can play here, I'd prefer to play here because I can't be bothered.
Against the lower league team?
Yeah, against a lower league team, because I think if squads like we put out today can handle them sort of teams. If we start playing the Premier League teams, that's when you've got to start playing your better players and try to go for it. But listen, a London derby away would do me. I like.
One, didn't they?
It was 1-0 up. Yeah, I don't know.
I have to check. So that wouldn't mind that one. Palace here.
Yeah.
Palace at Selhurst Park. We've got a good record there.
Yeah, we'll have that then.
Yeah, I'll have that one. Yeah. If they're still in it.
Should we leave it there?
Yeah.
All right, thanks very much for joining us on this edition of Post-Match Reaction. We'll be back for Post-Match Punt again on Saturday for the Spurs one. Hopefully it'll be up quite early because it's an early kick-off. We'll have to see if Newham's at home.
Yeah, see if we can get in the club.
Yeah, see if we can get in the club.
If not, we'll find somewhere.
Go and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, on Twitter @West Ham Fan TV, on Volley @West Ham Fan TV, Snapchat, Instagram, website's coming. Dan? Are you doing these fan cams or are you sitting there fiddling with your phone? Oh, right, okay. All right.
Hit him, Dan.
Dan's been in a box today. He's getting a bit rude. Yeah. So follow us on all the social medias. One thing left to say, boys. Come on, you irons.